the bottom is open, the top is open, and if they ever need to get in that box, they just take out that one, and then they can seize it if the feds tell them to.
What do you think is going to happen if they revalue gold at $15,000 an ounce?
I don't think that's ever going to happen, because if it does, we have much bigger problems.
Right. In 2025, what would you stack first?
I've always had the same preference, and that's
Buy your precious metals online from SD Bullion. New customers get gold and silver at spot by visiting sdbullion.com/new.
Hello, Tim.
why. Hello, Yank. What you up to?
How's it been in the shop?
Usually August is when people realize they haven't taken a vacation yet, so they squeeze it in before Labor Day.
Yep.
And next week, kids start going back to school.
That's right.
So, August usually is kind of
Is it a slow month?
It's a short and somewhat slow month.
Okay.
It hasn't been at all slow. At least
Not here.
At least I've been buying a lot this month. And we've had some really, really good sales. And so when I get concerned about how much I'm buying, it's always nice when somebody comes in and says, I'll take that, and that.
Hey, Tom.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad, and yourself?
Good.
How you doing?
Good. Very well.
Good, good. Have you been to the coin and stamp shop before?
My family and I were here on April 15th.
Yeah.
We were up in the area for my wife's birthday. We were heading up towards Portsmouth. And we're up from Connecticut. And I'm on my way home from a business trip. And I figured I'd stop in and patronize the shop.
Excellent. Good to hear. Are you buying or selling today?
I am buying today. Yep. I'm working on an all year's Eagle collection.
Right.
I need 2 more to complete the set. What I've done is I've separated a number of Eagles from my monster box, which I just recently completed a few months ago.
Right.
And I've been backfilling the years that I pull out in box.
How long have you been stacking?
Been stacking myself probably about 3 or 4 years. My wife, full attribution to her, she started us. When we met, we had our daughter 13 years ago, and we started prepping and we started stacking. And, with recent events and some not so recent events, we've realized that the big USG may not be helpful. Katrina, Hurricane Helene, Superstorm Sandy. We're about an hour from New York City, and Superstorm Sandy didn't really impact us per se, but we noticed that there were folks that were dumpster diving in Staten Island 3 days after the event. So we said, not on our watch. We just had our daughter, and my wife's maternal instinct kicked in and said, nope, not going to happen to us. So we started prepping and stacking in earnest, and here we are.
So silver fit into your overall prepping strategy, right?
I'd say yes. I mean, my stash is mostly 1 ounce sovereigns and rounds. Now that I've completed the monster box, I'm going to start diversifying into fractional, whether it's 90% or bullion fractional. Not a lot of gold. I'm still
Sticking with silver.
Still sticking with silver for a while.
Okay.
I am working on my first ounce of gold, 1 Valcambi at a time, in a little element holder, and I'm about 14 or 15 grams into that, so I'm getting there.
Speaking to somebody who started prepping in the early 80s, I think it's a great move. I used to go to Ed Lee's shop in Merrimack and buy bags, dimes, quarters, and halves, and then I settled on dimes. I was getting so many Mercury dimes that being a collector when I was a kid, it was just a lot of fun to, have a whole bag of them. And, I put that in a safety deposit box. I had a very good job with a very good company, and when I came in here, having this great big safe, I didn't really need the safety deposit box.
Do you feel as comfortable with a safety deposit box today as you did back when you first put your metals in there?
Well,
because I sure don't, Tim.
my experience with the safety deposit box is a little different. I had to buy it because I put 100-ounce bars in the bottom of it.
Right.
I put bags of silver on top of that. And it wasn't until I went to close it out that I realized that there's a very thin rail, about 1 inch thick or 1 inch wide, that holds that box in place. And so I put my key in, the woman put her key in, and we couldn't budge that box. The bottom had bowed out, So that's when I say, I'm never going to put anything in the safety deposit box. The bottom is open, the top is open, and if they ever need to get in that box, they just take out that one, and they can scan it, see what is in there, and then they can seize it if the feds tell them to.
Yeah, I want my silver and gold in my possession, not in the banks.
Yeah, I agree.
So what do you want to get from Tim today?
Well, I'm actually here to pick up some maples for my wife because she's starting to work on her monster box in earnest. So I'm looking for some maples, but specifically I'm looking for the Birds of Prey or the Wildlife series because she's got a few voids in her. I mean, if you don't have them handy,
This sounds like collecting.
Well, admittedly, I'm a stacker first.
Okay.
I like the Eagles, patriotic American. I help my wife with a Libertad collection. She has the full collection of Libertads in a Dansko album. We just finished that a few months ago. We have all years for maples and all years for the kookaburra. The kookaburras are particularly fun because every coin is different.
Yes, they do change them up. Yeah.
And I picked up a 2-ouncer with the state privies on the coin as well. And being from Connecticut, that was one of the first 5 U.S. quarters offered in 1999. So I have a set of the first 5 quarters and a 2-ounce kookaburra with the 5 privies in a display. I do that as a hobby.
You like New Hampshire?
Love New Hampshire. Love to come up here. Not quite ready to make the move yet.
That's great.
Yeah, we stopped up at Porcupine Fest and
Pork Fest.
we went to Pork Fest.
Nice.
Met up with Silver Dave and
wonderful.
spent some time with him. We have a partial list of what she has. I'm trying to avoid duplication. Ones that are highlighted are the ones that she has in her possession.
Oh, wow.
The other ones are not. So I'm trying to do the non-highlighted ones.
Very cool.
Did you say Snow Falcon? Does she have that one?
No. It's funny because, a number of folks, you kind of let it out to people that are trusted in your inner circle. And they're like, well, if things go sideways, I'm just going to come to your house. I'm like, well, if you come to my house, you better bring a skill that we need, whether it's mechanical, electrical, medical, or whatever. I'm in a quasi-law enforcement occupation. I'm also an EMT. My wife is an EMT. Some gun skills, not necessarily gunsmithing skills, but factory level armor certifications. I'd work in carpentry. When I was in college, I worked for a house builder, so I've got I can fix my own house, I can build my own house.
Skills are so important. Mindset, skill, community, those are the soft stuff that you need as part of your preps.
The question comes up is, when are you done stacking? I'm not done stacking. Yeah, I may have accomplished this goal 3 or 4 months ago. I'm not done. I'm not done yet. I mean, I've got the Eagles that, it's a nice little collection to have. But if things, push comes to shove, I'm going to bust them out of the capsules and barter food or whatever if I need to. Fractional stuff, whether it's fractional gold, fractional silver, because you don't want to be, handing over a 1-ounce round or sovereign that's worth $35 or $40 for a dozen eggs.
Diversification is key.
Absolutely, and fractional is the way to go.
And having a different variety of fractional, because you never know who's going to trust what you have in a barter scenario.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, most of my rounds are SD bullion. Some people may not recognize that, but if they see something with a U.S. Eagle on it, or Britannia, or a Philharmonic from Austria, it's a recognized sovereign mint, and they may say, yes, this has credibility, and I will accept this.
You do pay a tiny bit more for that recognizability.
Right. And I understand that, and I appreciate the recognizability. That's why most of my monster box, probably 80%, are sovereigns.
Okay.
And the balance are rounds from bullion dealers.
But you would have gone rounds if you had to start over with at the beginning?
Initially, because of the more bang for my buck.
Right.
If someone's on a limited budget, and they can parse out $100 a week or $200 a week or whatever, would you rather get 6 coins or 5?
Right. Today, in 2025, what would you stack first? What would be the priority for you?
I've always had the same preference, and that's 90%.
90%.
And it's already recognized as currency. And my friend, Jeremy from the ice cream shop, was in yesterday.
Oh, wonderful.
And we should have a field trip down there.
We got to do that. That would be fun.
He does take silver for ice cream. And I think that's more and more. I mean, every time my shooting buddy goes up north, he goes to a different range, and then he finds a farm stand that sells produce, and he asks the question, do you take silver or gold for produce? And they almost all say yes.
So 90% would be on the short list.
That would be on the short list. Yeah.
What else might be on there?
Well,
Starting
I would-
today in 2025,
would-
because you know what the prices are, you know what the premiums are. What would be good today?
I would find a dealer who is selling 100-ounce bars for spot or kilogram bars for spot.
I wonder who that could be.
I don't know.
I'm also partial to bars. I would say 1 ounce, 5 ounce, 10-ounce bars.
Okay.
They make for, very little conversation and quick transaction.
Quick transaction.
Yeah.
No brand name, no need. It's just a bar of silver. Not
Well,
necessary, right?
there are some brand names you have to check, and not everybody has a verifier. But I would say name brands, yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's 2, 90%, 1 ounce silver bars. One more silver, brand new stacker. What would you say? You got to get this. You got to get some of these.
I would have some gold for the security of having the gold.
Okay, you
Because
would
can
shift to
own-
gold.
You can own.
Man, that's loud out there. I should probably close the door.
No, it's
Or you
nice-
just speak
it's-
up. You
It's
just
nice
speak up.
and it's nicely breezy in here today.
It is
you know?
this beautiful day. All right, go ahead.
No, I would say it doesn't really matter because you can always convert gold to something else. And I think the people who are online telling people, oh, you need this because that may be confiscated, I would just ignore all that kind of talk.
It's noise. Don't
Because
listen to that.
look first at the millions of gold American Eagles this government has produced,
Right.
and tell me how they're going to confiscate those.
What were your 3 in order that you would give?
Starting over today.
Yeah,
Starting over, I would probably start with silver rounds.
All right.
More bang for my buck. I'm looking to segue into 90%,
Yes.
going constitutional,
Good, you need that.
and I'm working on that first ounce of gold fractional.
Nice.
Yeah, so
So it lines up pretty well.
I think I'm tracking, and let me tell you, full attribution to my wife again. She's the one who got me into this, and she hasn't steered me wrong yet. So,
Excellent.
is this the wolf or the fox, or what is that? I'm not sure what that is.
What's the year?
It's a 14.
I still think you're in collector mode here a little bit.
Well,
Gotta admit.
I'll admit that primarily I'm probably 98% stacker and 2% collector. Don't josh me.
You're absolutely right, by the way. That's the Arctic fox, and he's so chubby is because
It's an ounce and a half.
he's an Arctic fox.
I don't know if there's an extra premium for a 1.5, or is it just run basically the same?
Well, it's usually 1.5 times the usual premium.
Okay.
Okay.
Tim math. It's good. Good math.
Yeah, she
Whether or
give you a
not I
very
get
good
Eagles
price
for
on it.
myself, this might be her trip.
Really? Nothing for you?
Well, it depends on the total that Tim's about to come up with. Because I only brought so much with me.
I know this one was open.
Unless it got retaped.
Very well. Got to talk to the proprietor of this store. Sometimes he does things that don't make any sense.
What concerns you the most right now that makes you very glad you're stacking and prepping?
The devaluation of the dollar, and the state of fiat currency as it is.
An
A few
interesting
hundred.
comment by a far left economist. And he says, whether people like it or not, every successful tariff negotiation boosts the dollar.
Really?
And, yeah,
I'm hopeful about
strengthens
that
the dollar.
too. And I have always believed that the government should be run like a business. A businessman should be at the helm, not a politician. And he is not a politician. He's learned the game,
I think he's become one.
the art of the deal. But I always believe, even back when Ross Perot was running back in the 80s, he was an oilman, he was a businessman. I felt that they should run the government like a business and be efficient about it.
I heard somebody else at one of the left-wing channels say that the only reason all these world leaders came to Washington was to make sure that Trump didn't screw it up.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Do you like what Trump's doing with ICE, Tim?
I think if you listen to the people in D.C., they're thrilled that this is happening.
are.
They're very
To finally go out after dark.
And we're only an hour from New York City. I have absolutely zero desire to go visit, go see a show, go to a museum, And it's unfortunate because there's a lot of good culture down there. There's a lot of good things to do, but they've made it such a place that I have no desire to bring my family.
I took my wife to a Broadway show many years ago. We had a wonderful time there. I told her just recently, there's no way we're going back.
I'm not comfortable going down there.
No way. So you gave me 2 silvers and 1 gold. You gave me the 90%, you gave me the 1 ounce bars,
Yep.
and fractional gold.
No, I said
Sorry,
1, 5, and 10 ounce bars.
1, 5, and
Yeah,
10 ounce.
I wouldn't-
Sorry,
I
1,
wouldn't
5, and 10
restrict you
ounce.
to bars,
You,
yeah.
you were right, I'm wrong.
And, you know,
As
if I
usual.
want to pay less than spot, I'd get those 100
Big ones, right. And fractional gold? Or 1 ounce? What's the best gold?
Well, 1 ounce is by far the least expensive. There's nothing wrong with fractionals, but if I were going to get fractionals, I'd probably get just American Eagles. And that's because we live in America, and more people are likely to understand that coin than something from a foreign country. And I have lots and lots of foreign gold.
Do you like that idea? Stick with the American Eagle and fractional gold?
I like that idea. It's just a matter of economics at this point. You know, I can buy a gram of gold for $120, $130. Yes, I'm paying a higher premium.
I know where you can get them for a lot less than that.
It's only 3 hours up from Connecticut. It might be a full foliage trip. Hey, hon, let's go leaf peeping. Okay.
Twist my arm.
Twist my arm. What do you think is going to happen if they revalue gold at $15,000 an ounce? Is the gold silver ratio going to go up commensurately? Because right now it's what, 88 or so to 1?
I don't think that's
Ballpark?
ever going to happen, because if it does, we have much bigger problems.
Right.
Which is why we prep.
Exactly.
For much bigger problems.
And even if they do that, it's only going to make up 3% of the debt.
All right, man. Let's see. We got 3 here. Are you getting?
So far. How many eagles could I get on top of that?
Depends. The back dates are 2025.
Doesn't matter about dates because I'm backfilling for my monster
okay.
box to complete the collection.
No, let's see.
That's a smart idea.
Well, completing the monster box was a huge goal, and I didn't want to strip out of that to make this collection of all years. So I figured identify what I need, and then one at a time, eat the elephant one bite at a time. How do you prep? How do you stack? A little bit here, a little bit there.
So you had fun going through your monster box looking for key dates.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, all the eagles were in tubes. You know, I had 6 or 7 tubes, and I would go through and lay out on a piece of paper what I have and what I needed. I'll get the 2 eagles.
I'm away from Route 9.
Yeah, these holders are terrific, but they, if it were cold in here, as it gets in the wintertime, they crack.
They crack, yeah.
Probably real brittle.
Yeah. There's different types of flips. You like to use
They call
softer
these
one.
unplasticized, is what they call them.
Unplasticized, yeah.
And the other ones that used to have PVC in them, they're gone for ages. But everybody says, oh no, those have PVC in them. Well, they don't anymore. But
Could the chemicals in the flip damage the coin if it's PVC versus non-PVC? I mean, if I'm storing things.
well, the PVC would actually turn the rims. Every place
So
there was a
tone.
contact would turn green. But you take a Q-tip and a little bit of solvent and just wipes it off. It doesn't get in the metal.
Yeah, when I was stacking, working on the monster box, I wasn't particularly concerned about milk spots on the maples because that's actually an additional security feature because the maples at milk spot are silver, and we ping our stuff. We have a pocket pinger. We use the resources available out there.
Definitely from a portability standpoint, the pinger is a must-have.
Oh, absolutely. And
I know when
I've shared it with a number of my coworkers that are getting into stacking. I'm trying to bring them into the fold as well. It's like, hey, there are resources out there that can help you make good decisions, good sound decisions with your money. This is a brush with greatness.
Oh, come on, man.
Seriously.
You are brushing up against the greatest local coin shop dealer in the country, I'll tell you that.
But we follow your channel and we follow Tim's information. We've learned an awful lot through our research, and we're not doing impulsive things. We're checking all the resources, all the information possible, and trying to make good fiscal decisions with the money that we have.
Good.
Okay, I think we're all set.
If you gentlemen wouldn't mind to memorialize this event,
Yeah, probably better to do with it.
sign
I'll do it.
Yankee stacking stickers, please. My wife said I told her that I was heading towards Manchester. She said, "Make sure you get me a sticker." And this, and no, seriously, she said, "Make sure you get me a sticker." She doesn't know about the maple stuff.
I think it's dry.
Do you want to sign it for me, Tim?
No, I'm going to make you sign it yourself.
That would be illegal, right?
Well, it would be, but you know,
Yeah, hold it if you want.
there's a penalty for counterfeit signatures, isn't there? Especially for stackers.
Yeah, and it would never look like mine. You would never make it look.
Well, you're a lefty. You know, I can't duplicate that. If I do something as lefty, it looks like a third grader did it. Or actually, a 3-year-old probably.
Or the auto pen.
It's the auto pen.
There's a shot.
Oh yeah, shot.
I'm not that stupid.
Didn't say a
You
word.
can't fool anybody with that
Oh
auto
my
pen.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Take care.
Pleasure meeting you.
Bye bye.
Good to you again.
$200.
He's looking in your wallet. You know.
60.
Anything.
There's 280.
I see anything good in there?
No.